Hey guys, hope you're having a great day today. My name is Daniel, and in today's video I'd like to share with you the situation that I'm currently in right now, how I got to this point, and what we're gonna go forward with. So essentially, I got a call yesterday. A homeowner said, hey, got a whole bunch of pine needles and just compost debris, about 50 or 60 years of it that's never been cleaned up. And so essentially they said, hey, we need it for 2 days. Could we have it, Friday, Saturday? And I said, well, I'm sorry. I only have it available Thursday and Friday, not Saturday. It's already rented out. So I said, today and tomorrow, I can run it right over to you right now if you'd like. Try to give you as much time as I can for today, but it would be a 2-day rental today and tomorrow. They said, well, I'll get back to you on that. So a little while later, maybe 30 minutes later, he said, hey, bring it on by, let's do this. I get the trailer, I run it over to them, and I didn't realize it, but they had the tree crew cleaning up, chopping down limbs, taking out the trees themselves, very tall, very old trees, and just going at it. And so I show up and I'm like, I'm supposed to park this somewhere, as they're going through the driveway into the backyard. They're just all over the place. I wish I would have been able to capture this for you, but man, there was so much going on. It was so hectic. The homeowner came out immediately to me. We chit-chatted, hey, where would you like me to put it? She had no idea. It was the husband who had pulled the trigger and said, hey, just let's do it today. And then he let his wife know. So she was kind of caught off guard. There was really just not a whole lot of room to get back into there to drop it somewhere. So I was like, well, how about I talk to the foreman of this crew and find out a way where we can make this work. I don't want to be in their way. I don't want to cause them any issues. I want to be out of the way. I also don't want to get my trailer hit. So let's communicate. Let's do the best we can to communicate well. So I talked to him. He said, put it over here by the swing set, and it's out of their way for their little path that they had already kind of created. So no big deal. Great. Sounds good. Let's do that. So I went ahead and parked it there. And as I was leaving, the foreman came over to me and said, hey, just so you know, we're actually going to clean everything up and load it into your trailer, if that's all right. And so I said, okay, that's fine. Just make sure, you're not going to be hitting anything. Yeah, we're not going to be using any big equipment to load it in. We've got wheelbarrows and a whole bunch of stuff there to be able to do it. And so they'll be able to get that done efficiently, safely, without damaging my property, without big power equipment. So, okay, I'm good with that. Essentially, that's all it's going to be. So I ended up leaving, and then it was a matter of 4 or 5 hours later, I get a text from the homeowner saying, hey, just so you know, we were able to get help from the tree service people. They did all of the work. They got it all loaded into the trailer, and it's time to come grab it if you want. It's only a 1 day really usage of it, so we'd like to have a partial refund for the second day. And so no big deal there. And so I go to pick it up after leaving church, and I go and just kind of check it out, and I pop my head over the 4-foot wall to see, hey, how much did they put in here? And it is absolutely, but basically it is to the top, to the tippy top. It's not completely leveled out at the top of the 4-foot walls, but oh my word. It is filled up. And thankfully I had already aired up my tires from where they were before the other day, just to make sure everything's all good. My oh my, it was to the top, and I could actually feel it. With my truck, for the most part, I don't really feel trailers behind me unless they're rattling and all that. But it's definitely filled up. It may be at the 5-ton maximum that the trailer is supposed to be able to do. It may be above that, honestly. It is just loaded down for real. And so the customer, had said, yeah, the refund and all that. And like, okay, well, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, it's loaded to the tippy top. I do have a cheaper price to dump compost. It's about half the price of my normal trash fees. Even at 5 tons, it's probably going to be 125 bucks at the most. So I don't know how much of a refund he's going to be getting. They're going to be getting, because this dump fee, I believe, is going to just be incredible for what we're actually hauling. So we'll see what happens when we get to the transfer station. I will bring you along for that, and just kind of, maybe I'll be able to set up the camera and show you being able to dump the whole thing. But it's a pretty big load. At least this time I have confidence that there's not a whole bunch of toilets and sinks and glass and plaster and craziness like the one other time I've had a compost dump where where another customer perfectly hid everything underneath a full multiple layers of tree branches on top, and then when you open the doors, there was tree branches all the way down, so you couldn't see anything until after you dump it. So that was my only experience before. I have great confidence that this tree company actually didn't put anything else in there. You know, the homeowner didn't throw coffee mugs and printers and craziness and, you know, whatever home items that they could have snuck in there. I don't think that's going to be the case. So without any further ado, let's get over to the transfer station and dump this thing and see how much it weighs. See what I'm going to have to do price-wise. Do I actually, because of, yeah, it's not a 2-day rental anymore. It's only just a 1. But if the dump fees are so high, I might not have to return any money. Or maybe I'll even have to ask for more money after the dump fees, because this turned into just something just wild. You know, they're only including 2 tons worth of dump fees built into my price before. So we'll see how this goes. It'll be interesting, and we'll be right back. So just found out, I ended up dumping here, found out that the compost cannot include, you know, dirt. Obviously there's going to be some dirt mixed in with any type of decomposable stuff, but basically there is such a large amount of dirt mixed in with all this, because I believe they originally scooped everything up and then dumped it into their wheelbarrows and then brought it over. So essentially there is a large amount of dirt mixed in with this. It's not just a layer and then, you know, and then over here is some other, you know, tree limbs and wood and other stuff. It is largely, a good half of it is probably dirt. And so that cannot go into the compost. That is supposed to be considered trash. So the original quoted price and everything for 2 tons worth of compost, because of what they did, has now turned into trash, which has doubled the price, and it's a heavy load. It is not light. It is about to be interesting here. We're about to go back up on the scale and find out exactly how much it weighed. And it's gonna be something. I gotta tell you, gonna have to talk with the customer and say, hey, if you had simply loaded it yourself and they had not scraped, you know, all the dirt that came with it, we would have been fine. There would have been no issue. But because they did it that way, you're gonna now have to pay at a different price. I almost guarantee they're gonna now owe me probably a couple $100 more, from $26.25 or something, $26.50 for compost, compared to $54 for trash at several tons now. It's going to be more. So I will be back in a second, and we'll find out how much they owe me. All right. So just found out the total price and the weight. It ended up being, drum roll please, there's no drum roll, it ended up being 4.65 tons. So real close to the max for this trailer to do. Yeah, 9,300 pounds on the dot, which turns into $252.73. So yeah, we're gonna need quite a bit more to pay me back for that with how they did all that. So that's gonna be interesting. I've got documentation, I've got pictures, I've got a video looking at it, showing all of the extreme amount of dirt mixed in with all of the pine needles and everything. It's going to be exciting talking to them. So far, they've been incredibly reasonable. He's been understanding, both of them. I'm really hoping that there's no real issues that arise from this, but you never know. People can, when it comes to money and things start going the wrong way in their favor, kind of a thing, things might change. So we will see about that. It's just super unfortunate. You know, if they had done it themselves, like they originally said they would, they wouldn't be scooping all this dirt up with it. They would be grabbing it by the handfuls, raking it together, and then just plopping it in the trailer. Instead, they had the tree service people just apparently scoop everything up together, taking a top of the dirt with it, and then just absolutely mix it in the rest of it, and then, you know, cart it over and then load it into the trailer. So, you know, no damage to the trailer, all good. Went to its almost max capacity for all of that. But man, oh man, this is a different type of situation. Usually this is one in, how many have I done so far? Probably 30 at this point. So this is definitely an odd one. Probably a few other ones have been similar to this kind of a situation where it was a 2-day rental, now it went down to a 1. Well, it was supposed to be compost, and now it's not compost. It's going to be a lot more money, and they're maybe not going to understand that. We'll see. So I'll just keep this video going here. I'm going to contact them, find out what the deal is, and talk through that with them, and hopefully explain it as simple as I can, so they understand why things have changed from the original situation. So we'll kind of go from there, but I will catch you guys in a little bit. All right, so just sent off the message, the long message, to let the customer know what's going on, what happened with the dump fees, why it was now a trash fee rather than a compost fee. Shared the difference between, it was supposed to be a 2-day rental, now it's a 1. It was supposed to be the compost price, now it's a trash. So the price kind of offsetting each other a little bit, but then because of how much tonnage there was, $252 and some change, that leaves them with a balance of $127.73 that they still owe me on top of the $300 they already paid me. It is what it is. We'll see how it goes. If they need to talk on the phone, I said, please let me know. I hate delivering bad news, but this is what happened. It is what it is. You know, we'll kind of go from there. So feel bad about it, but at the same time, first of all, they don't have to spend 2 days gathering together pine needles and breaking their back out in the hot sun. The company did it for them. They just happened to not be able to do it as efficiently as the homeowners could have done it. So they're kind of paying the price here now for that convenience, that break, not having to do that themselves. Maybe it was worth it to them, maybe it wasn't, maybe they're upset. I don't know, we'll find out. Just sent over the invoice with the balance due, $127.73, and we'll kind of go from there. Hopefully they don't blame me for the company doing what they did. Hopefully they recognize dirt is not compost. It's not going to decompose. There's nothing to decompose, you know. It is what it is. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, this was kind of an interesting rental for me. I've never had so many things kind of go the opposite direction before, and just kind of throw me for a loop a little bit. So hopefully no harm done, no issues. Trailer's good. I'm actually going to go drop off this trailer now to my next customer. That's actually for tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and give more value to them. It's not rented out today. It's already past noon, so might as well give more value to my next customer, drop it off so I don't have to do even more tomorrow. So that's kind of the name of the game for me. I'm going to head out of here. Hopefully this video was a help to you, just kind of looking through all the things that can happen with a dumpster rental business. I'm just learning along the way. This is new territory for me when it comes to compost and the different intricacies of the differences. So yeah, we'll catch you later. Hope you have a great day today. Stay safe, guys, and God bless.